Hey guys, Ivan here, and in this video I want to show you how to create a WordPress website using Hostinger, which is an amazing hosting provider. Now, this video was sponsored by Hostinger, and I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to create a WordPress website from start to finish as you watch behind my shoulder. Now, I did go through several articles, and I found that Hostinger was usually one of the top options, so it is definitely one of the best options when it comes to hosting. Now, my favorite thing about it is I know that a lot of you are new at affiliate marketing, you're just starting out, and as it so happens, Hostinger is one of the most affordable, if not the most affordable hosting plan provider out there. So if you look at the specific price points, Hostinger can only cost you $1.39 a month for hosting, which is much cheaper when compared to all these other options. Now, there are many other benefits with Hostinger, which I will get into as we go through this video. But for most of you who are just starting out, if you want the minimum amount of investment, Hostinger is going to be the way to go. All right. So we're going to get started here in a moment. Before we do, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, hit the notification bell icon so you get notified when I release more videos just like this showing you how to make money online. All right, that said, let's get straight into it. So the first thing you guys are going to want to do is head over to go.ivanmana.com/hostinger. And this will give you a special coupon code, a special discount. It is my affiliate link, and you're just gonna get an extra discount in addition to what they already have here, okay? So once you head over there, go.ivanmana.com/hostinger, you're gonna scroll down and we're gonna look at the plans here. Now, I do suggest starting with at least the premium shared hosting plan. And the reason for that is really when we're just starting out, you generally only do need one website. So it's not that we need 100 websites is the reason for why I'm selecting this plan, but they do offer you a free SSL. They give you a free domain, which is in fact, if you buy a .com domain, it will cost you at least $10 per year. And they give you Google Ads credit. So paying an extra 60 cents a month is totally worth all these extra features that you're gonna get here. Now, I tried using Hostinger myself, and the process is very, very smooth when it comes to WordPress. It is very quick, very easy to set up. The website uptime is very fast. They have amazing support. So what you're gonna do is go ahead and select this plan, Premium Shared Hosting. You can choose for how many months in advance do you want to commit. I would probably go with the 12-month plan because you're only going to be paying $24, guys, for the entire year. So it's really cheap. You could go with a month-to-month option where you pay $10, but as you can see here, if you pay for the entire year, you're only paying basically twice the amount for this 1 month, right? So you can select what you want, totally up to you. You know, this 4-year option is also actually really cheap. It's about the same as the 2-year one. So they give you a special discount here. And you do get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you have nothing to lose by trying it out. But I'm probably going to go with this 12-month option right here. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and either create an account, or you can log in via Google, via Facebook, or via whatever that is right there. But I'm just going to go in and skip that for now. And next, you would select your payment method and you would pay. So as you can see here, you are given a huge 80% Black Friday discount. So definitely a great opportunity to take advantage here. Now, what you can also do is if you click right over here, if you type in all caps Ivan Mana and you press the little plus sign, you will get an additional discount. So the discount will be a higher dollar amount, obviously, the more you pay. So if you sign up for the 24-month plan or the 48-month plan, for example, this coupon discount will give you a greater dollar discount. So definitely something to take advantage of, guys. And so what you guys are going to do is simply enter your credit card details here. You're going to log in if you haven't already. And I'm going to see you inside the Hostinger interface. All right, so here we are inside the Hostinger dashboard. I will close out of these two websites right over there. And so you might see something that looks like this. It might look a little bit different. Either way, what we have to do here is set up our premium shared hosting, all right? So you want to look for the option that says set up or something along those lines. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click set up. And remember, with this plan, we do get a free domain. So that is amazing. It is, in fact, a saver because you don't have to pay those $10 or so. So it's definitely worth it. And what we're gonna do here is select what we wanna do exactly. So if you wanna do WordPress or if you wanna do e-commerce and WordPress, up to you. You could just use Zyro if you want. I do have a separate video on how to create a website with Zyro. But for the purpose of this video, we do want to use WordPress. We want to go all out. And this is kind of the standard default way to build a website. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And here we're going to select our WordPress account. Okay, so this is what you will use to log in to your WordPress dashboard whenever you are not logged into Hostinger. Okay, so you can log in via Hostinger, or you can log in via WordPress, and I will show you exactly how that's done. So you would enter your email address here, and then you would enter your password. So I'm gonna go ahead and select the password, and then we're gonna go right through to the next part. Okay, so I went ahead and added a password. I'm gonna click on continue right over here. And it's basically just gonna save that step and take us to the next step. And so the next part here is selecting a template. Now I'm gonna skip this selection here by clicking skip. I don't need a template at the bottom. I will show you exactly where you can select a template later on as we get into our WordPress dashboard. So just click right over here for now. And now we can add a domain. So you could either choose an existing domain, which is what I already set up here previously, ivanmana-training.com. You can use an existing domain if you bought it somewhere else, or you can claim a free domain. And this will basically allow you to buy any free domain right over here. So we can click here and let's enter something here. So let's do maybe the same thing, Ivan Mana, maybe let's say training YT for youtube.com and see if that's available. Let's click search. Oh, okay, oops. they already have a .com there. It's my bad. So let's try training YT. Let's click search, see if that's available, and we'll give it a second. It is available. All right, so we're getting this domain, which generally renews at $14 a year. We're getting it completely for free here. So definitely worth the 60 cents a month extra you're paying for this premium plan. So we're gonna go ahead and click continue. And you're just gonna verify all this information here. So depending on where most of your viewer base will be, that's where you wanna choose your server location. So I am in North America. Most of my viewers will probably be from North America. So I'm just gonna keep it as is right there. I'm gonna verify my domain. I am installing, in fact, just WordPress, not WordPress and e-commerce. And this is my email. So I'm gonna go in and click finish setup, and we're gonna give it a second to load here to be registered. Now, one more thing you do have to do in the meantime while we're waiting for this is go ahead and open your email and just verify your email, especially if you just created your new account. This will expedite the process and make sure that we have access to all the features of Hostinger, okay? And there you go, that just took about a minute. And you can view the website here. We can go to the control panel, or we can go to the WordPress dashboard right here. So first of all, let's take a quick look at the website. It's gonna redirect here in a second. And I just wanted to pay attention to a few things here so you're not freaked out or anything like that when you see it on your end. So first of all, this is a preview domain, okay? So this part here is gonna go away. So your website will only say your domain.com basically, okay? So it's not gonna have this previewdomain.com at the end, or just the preview domain part, because that looks like it's just a dash, which looks a bit weird. Now, the second thing you might notice is that your domain is not secure. So Hostinger does give you a free SSL certificate. So I will show you how to set that up, and it might take a few hours to actually get set up. So as we work on this website in this video, your website might say not secure, but don't worry, because it will eventually be secure, because Hostinger does give you the free SSL certificate, okay? So these are just some of the things I wanted to bring your attention to. The other thing is, obviously, the website doesn't look very good, and I'm gonna show you how we will make it good, okay? But this is a great first step. We have just created our website, okay? So give yourself a pat on the back. We are getting there, and we will get into editing all this to make it look nice and neat, all right? So I'm gonna close out of that. So before we actually start editing the website, which we can do over here, I do wanna take you to the control panel here for a second and just get you used to a few things here. So this is gonna be your control panel where you will have access to different subdomains, adding more websites, importing websites, changing the files, right? Like changing the code of your website, setting up backups, things like that. Having the DNS zone editor here. If you want to point your DNS records elsewhere, you will have access to all of that over here in this control panel. Now, if you go to dashboard, this is going to be your kind of WordPress dashboard. So what you can do is remember that password that I told you about, right? That you can use to go to your website. So you could actually just enter your website editor from right over here. If you click on edit website, you'll be able to enter your WordPress editor from here. And I will show you a different way how you can access your WordPress admin panel in a second. This does say not found. Maybe we'll give it a few more minutes for it to load up. So that's totally fine. In the meantime, we can still do some things here. So for example, I talked to you about the SSL certificate, right? So over here, our website is not secure. We want to make it secure. So what we're going to do is go over here, click on setup. This is in fact the domain we want to set up our SSL certificate on. And I'm going to click on install SSL. And it's being installed. Okay, so this might take a while, all right? So keep in mind, it might take a few hours. So if you don't see this show up right away, don't worry, it will show up. In fact, probably after I finish making this video, this might become secure, okay? But for you, as you set it up, don't worry, it will be available very, very soon. Okay, so I actually decided to wait a little bit just so that the website can become secure. And it is now secure, but what you wanna do, one more thing you wanna make sure you do before you actually open it and take a look is also select this, so force HTTPS, and you just want to say install, and it should already be installed, but you just want to select that option anyway, and that should now be ticked over to the right side. And there you go, now this should be purple, and then if you click on the site, it should now be secure, okay? So just wanted to let you know that the site will be secure and there's no longer any preview or anything like that associated with it. It is ready to go. So now that we went through all of that, we can go in and actually edit the website. And this is where I'm going to show you how to add posts, how to add blog posts, things like that. And by the way, if you want to enter this WordPress dashboard here without going through Hostinger, what you can do is type in WP admin at the end. So for example, you can go to your website and then at the end here, you'll say /WP admin. Right now you're logged in because we're doing it through Hostinger. But what you will have to do is enter the email and the password associated with this hosting plan. So remember before when we were just setting up our account, it asked for the email and password. So that is what you would enter to log in to this website, assuming we didn't do it through Hostinger, okay? So there are the two ways that you can log in. One is through Hostinger, you log in through here and then you click on edit website. Or the second one, you go to your website and then you type in WP-admin at the end, okay? So you can do that too. Now that we have that, let's go through a few things here. So this opt-in monster, first of all, this is a plugin. I do find it a little bit annoying that it keeps kind of flashing over here. So what we can do is we can just remove it. So if you go into plugins and you click on installed plugins, what you can do here is remove plugins that you don't want and add plugins that you do want. So first of all, for the opt-in monster, I'm gonna click on deactivate here. And it now no longer shows up. You can also delete it just by clicking delete, but I'm just gonna let it go here as it is. Now for SEO purposes, for when you actually start writing in your blog posts and your articles and things like that, what I do suggest is clicking on add new here and adding Yoast SEO plugin, okay? Yoast SEO. And you're gonna click enter. And then you're just gonna install this one. And this plugin is gonna help you write good blog posts that Google will be able to identify and then rank in SEO. So they're gonna give you tips for what to add to your blog posts to make it stand out so that Google can rank it. Now, I'm not gonna go through every single plugin available because there are many, but this is basically where you would add the different plugins that you need. So eventually, as you realize that you need a maybe Google Analytics plugin, you would add that. Maybe you realize that you need some Google Tag Manager plugin, you can add that. So that's basically where you would go to add all your plugins. And then now that we have that here, if you go into installed plugins, you should see Yoast SEO here at the bottom. And if you click activate, now whenever we go to any blog posts, you should see it active, okay? So that's how you would do it. Now, before we go into the blog posts and the theme and things like that, I just want to show you some things here. So one is if you go into settings and you go to permalinks, what I do suggest you do is you change your settings here for the URL into post name. So that, for example, if you create a page called About Us or a page called Contact Us, things like that, that's going to be the name of the post as opposed to just being, question mark P equals 123 or 124, 125, and so on. So this is just going to be a little bit better for you. So you can save changes. Now, one more thing you should also do is if you go to users, click on all users, and you want to edit this because you might prefer to look like someone else when you write your article. So by someone else, what I mean is, for example, instead of my nickname being my email, I don't want people to know my email, let's suppose, right? I can just type in Yvonne, and now my nickname is going to be Yvonne, so I can select it here. So whenever I write posts, it's going to say this post was written by Yvonne, okay? So that's the idea. Email required, yeah, you can leave that here. Everything else looks fine. You're gonna go into update profile and that should be good. Okay, so now that we've done these basic things, I think we're ready to start writing our post and selecting our theme. So let's start off by adding our theme. So you're gonna go into appearance, you're gonna go into themes. So what you would do here is you can click on add new theme, or you can click add new right over here. And you can select any different theme that you want. So there are 4,400 popular themes. If you click on latest, there might be more. There's 9,000 latest themes. You can save themes to your favorite, and then you should see them under your favorites. But there are a bunch of different themes you could go through and look at. And for example, you can preview them and see what it looks like. Okay, so tons and tons and tons of different options. We're gonna go back here. Let me go to popular. Astra is pretty popular. So let's preview that, see what it looks like. That looks pretty good. Let me see if there was another one that I had in mind. Yeah, I can't really find it here. So we can start with Astra. So I'm gonna click on install over here and we're gonna give it a second to install, and then we're gonna go in and click activate. Okay, and so now it has been installed. So you can click on activate over here. And this will be the theme that's going to be activated. And you can keep going on and on like this until you find the right theme that you want. And you should also see this other option here that shows up, says Astra options. And you can go over here and you can customize all these different things here, but we don't really need it for the purpose of this video for what we're gonna do. So if you wanna customize this theme a little bit more, what you're gonna do is click on customize here on the left-hand side. And this is where you'll be able to customize everything here, including the pictures, including the, what it says over here, things like that. Now, every single different theme will be a little different. So you might not see the options that you see here for every theme. So if I go back here, and if now we select a different theme, let's come back here, let's click on add new, and we're gonna go to latest. So I actually like this Minimaze theme, so we can go ahead and install this one. And I just wanted to show you that every different theme will have a different customization options, okay? So it's up to you to kind of find something that works for you and then customize it depending on how you want it to look like. So again, we're gonna give this a second to install, and then we're gonna activate this theme, and then we're gonna work with it. So here we're gonna click activate. And now we might see different options here. So now you'll see Minimaze option, okay? So it's gonna differ. And now we can go ahead and click customize, and this is where we can also change the image, change what it says over here. So for example, if you don't want it to say this at the top here, you can click on site identity, and you could just delete that. And you probably wanna delete this as well. Now, what you could do is you could enter kind of the name of your site over here. So whatever the site is about, let's say Ivan Mana's test site, you can write that, okay? But I'm gonna leave it off. You can also add a logo here. So a logo would probably fit really well right over here. You can just select logo, and it's just gonna add right over there. You can go back. Now you have this header image right over here. So if you click here, you can add a new image. I'm gonna go in and find some sample image to add here just to show you as an example. Okay, so I got a free image from pexels.com, and I'm just gonna drop it here just so we can use it as an example to show you what it looks like. So the suggested dimensions here for this specific theme and this specific layout is 1600 by 200. So I specifically selected an image that was a little bit wider compared to its length, all right? So you're gonna click select and crop. And then over here, we can choose the part. Now you could make it a little bit bigger if you want, a little bit lengthier. So maybe something like that, up to you. And we're gonna say crop. And now this part here should be a little bit wider. And that is actually the header image, not the slider. So my apologies for that, but hopefully that should give you an idea for how to work with this. Now, as for the slider, this comes as part of the theme. So we can probably go into header options here and see if we can find it. Maybe it's on our home page. Yeah, so over here we have the image slider selected. So if we have this header image, maybe we want to remove that. So I'm just going to click disable here. And now we just have this image here at the top. And again, obviously you can make it whatever image you want to, but that's basically the idea, right? So we can go back here and we have our menu options here. So let's go back. We go into menu and you can add more menu options as well. So we can click on create new menu, and this can be our primary header menu. We can give it a name. Let's say main menu. We can click next. And now we can add the options here, okay? So we can add items. So let's suppose we want to add the home page. We want to add maybe specific categories, which I will show you how to add. But let's suppose we want to add some pages, right? So we can say about us. We can say contact us, things like that. And maybe we can say something like get started now. And these are our new pages that we've selected that we added here. As you start adding blog posts or as you start adding specific posts that you want to add, you will be able to sort them by category, by tags, and you will be able to add anything to do with these specific tags or categories here, all right? So that's the idea. This is what it's gonna look like. And if you click on any specific page, you will be taken to that page, all right? And I'm gonna show you how to edit these pages as well. So let's imagine we're good here. I think you guys get the idea. So you can go in here and you can play around with all these different options specific to this theme. And I'm just gonna go in and publish it, and now everything should be published. And so this is gonna be our new site. So if we go back out of here and I'm gonna right click and open in a new tab. This is our site, okay? Right here, it is secure, and we have all these pages here. And then we're gonna have our blog posts and articles right over here, and we have all the different pages here as well. And you should also be able to remove this part here, by the way, as well if you want. So again, you're just gonna go into customize and you're just gonna remove this part so that you will only see the blog posts if that is what you want. And by the way, we changed our name, remember? We changed it from our email to the name right here so that it doesn't say by Ivan@ivanmana.com. Instead, it just says by Ivan. So that was the whole reason of why we did that. So I think that gives you an idea of how to actually customize the theme. So now what we can do is if we go to dashboard, or actually we can just close out of that, I'm gonna show you how to actually add the different themes and posts and things like that. So if you go into posts, click on all posts here. We could edit this post, or we could add a new one, or we could delete this post and add a new one, totally up to you. So we can click on add new. And now this is where we'll be writing our individual posts. Now posts are different than pages. Posts are basically like blog posts, whereas pages are standalone pages, kind of like about us page, a contact us page, things like that. So this here, we're starting off with a post. So it's gonna be our, let's say, blog post 1. And then we can say let's say how to make money online by creating a website using Hostinger, okay? So something like that, and then we can write about it. And then if you scroll to the bottom, you have this Yoast SEO, which I told you about. So if you put in a focus key phrase, for example, make money online, or let's say more relevant to this video, how to, let's say, make a website, Yoast SEO is gonna give you suggestions for what you have to do, if you click over here, to get this ranked on Google. So for example, the text contains 11 words, we need to make it at least 300. We need more key phrases throughout the post. We need more outbound links. We need more images. We need more internal links, things like that. And then if you go into advanced over here, we need to go into post. Over here, we can add categories. We can add tags. So this is how you can also add these different specific tags or categories to the menu bar. Remember when I showed you the menu bar, right? So this is how you can categorize and say, hey, this blog post is about making a website. So I'll say make website, or I'll say Hostinger, for example, things like that. You would then go in here, you would add a featured image as well for this specific blog post. So what I'm gonna do is take a second, I'll find an image and I'll be right back. All right, so I found an image, so I'm just gonna click here and then I'm gonna drag this image right over here. Gonna give it a second to load. And yeah, that's gonna be our featured image that's gonna show up on the actual website, okay? So if I go over here and we hit refresh, well, we didn't save yet, so it's not gonna show up. But that's going to be the featured image that's going to show up for this corresponding blog post. And so that's the idea, right? So you guys are going to keep writing. I would say take 10 to 20 minutes a day, right? So if you're going with this strategy, it is a long-term strategy. Take 10 to 20 minutes a day, just adding new blog posts about your topic. And over time, it's going to add up and Google's going to identify you, right? And that's how you can make money with affiliate marketing. You're going to eventually start adding affiliate links and things like that as you're going to get more and more traffic. So let's say this is good. We're going to hit publish. Let's see what it looks like. We can view the post here, or we can just refresh the page and boom, right? So here's blog post 1. Here's the featured image. Here's the second blog post, and so on and so forth. Now, what you could also do is if you go back to WordPress, that was our posts, right? Where you can keep adding posts and keep adding more and more blogs, basically. You can also go into pages. And for pages, as you recall, we already created the About Us page, the Contact Us page, Get Started page. So you could create new pages by clicking on Add New, or you could edit these ones. So for example, for the, let's say, About Us, I'm going to click Edit there. And then over here, I'm going to say, hi, my name is Ivan, and I have been doing online and affiliate marketing for the past 5 years, okay? And again, you can go into page, you can add the featured image, and once you're happy with what you have, we can again click update, and let's see what this is now gonna look like. So if we refresh the page and we go to About Us, you see it written right over there. Now the text might be too small. Maybe you want to make it a little bit bigger. So what you can do is just select the text here and you can add the size. Now this is the default size for the site, right? So if you want to make it bigger, you would have to adjust it here. So let's say 24. Let's say we do something like this. We can hit update. And if we refresh this page, you will see the text is a little bit bigger and it is gray. So we do want to make it black, not gray. So we're going to select black here. We're going to again hit update. Come back here. We can refresh. And now as you can see, it's black. Okay. So that's the idea, guys. Like this is basically the website creation process. You're going to do it step by step, bit by bit, changing all these bits and pieces. Now, let me go back here for a second and show you one more thing. And basically, if you are using Yoast SEO, as I suggested here, you should also deactivate all-in-one SEO. So you don't want to have both of them active at the same time. So if you go back to plugins again, you can just deactivate all-in-one SEO over here. And you can actually also delete it as well if you want. I'm going to leave it here for now, but just wanted to let you know you should use either one or the other. In my case, I would prefer Yoast SEO. And that is basically it. So you guys have successfully created a website, and you should now also know how to not only customize the theme, customize all the different options, but also add different blog posts and add different articles. And again, depending on the theme, this might look different. It might look better. It totally depends up to you and how much you want to explore, what you want to test. But that's basically the process, guys. So Hostinger, definitely one of the best options when it comes to hosting your own website and managing everything here. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn how to make money online, definitely take a look at my paid training courses at ivanmana.com/all-courses. Also, check out my YouTube channel at youtube.com/ivanmana, where I have over 400 free videos, guys, 400 free videos of content showing you how to make money online. I hope you saw just how easy it is to create a website using Hostinger, and I will see you in the next video.